talent in the squad, but we didn't really, we didn't really blend very well to give the team to give the coach what he really wants. So it was I didn't blame them, but I think after that game, a lot of people saw that that team was talented, and they just keep on supporting the team till the end.
You talk about talent, but you also talked about the group stage of the tournament starting in the quarterfinal for the guys. Let's talk about the group games against Burkina Faso, against Zambia. It was more about the same thing happening twice. We take the lead, look like we're in control, and then we get pegged back. Then against Ethiopia, was there any sort of, after we scored the first goal, remember it was 2 penalties we needed against Ethiopia to go through, was there any, after we took the lead against Ethiopia, did it at any point cross the mind of you or any of your teammates that, oh guys, let's lose this lead now?
We never thought we could crash out of the group stage. We know that we have talent in the squad. We know that we are good enough to to withstand any pressure that we'll face. But playing your first game at the Nations Cup, we bunch of young players. That's our first. Most of us is our first big tournament we are going to represent in our country. So there must be some players who should have some shaky legs. After the group stage, I think everybody just brave up. Everyone just believe that, look, guys, let's just go and do it. If we want to go home with the trophy, we have to start from now. I think everybody just summon courage and just play and enjoy the game. I guess that's what we all did.
You talked about being a young squad and it being the first tournament for a lot of you guys. Do you think maybe that triumph, would you say that from then on, because you look at the 2015 AFCON, we didn't qualify, but what would you say went wrong maybe along the line after that triumph that we were not able to kick on? Because people were actually thinking we could dominate the continent, maybe the 2015 AFCON or something.
To be honest with you, I don't want to say much concerning the present Eagles, because all I know is that they have a very good squad. They have a young squad, and when you take in a young squad to a tournament, you need time for them to blend together. You need time for them to to understand each other and to give you the result that you want. So I will just skip it.
Okay, well, in terms of that, then let's talk about after the Nations Cup. Then you go on to the Confederations Cup. Give a good account of yourselves there against Uruguay, Spain. How was the experience going to that tournament as African champions?
It was really good. It was really good. We went there, representing our country, and we all knew what we went there for. And we're talking about Uruguay and Spain. These countries have been playing huge tournaments, and been in the World Cup, and we went there too with young players. So I would say the outcome was not too bad. Was not too bad. It's just like, for me, I think it's like a preparation to the World Cup. So we did our best. Okay, we came back with not what a lot of people expected from us, but I would just say that a lot of us know what we went there for, and we achieved it.
Let's talk about the game against Uruguay, because till today I always argue that we should have won that game. We should have won that game.
I would say yes to that too. Yeah.
What did you think got into the team? What would you say? Perhaps it was the brilliance of Forlan, because that goal still plays in my head. I still remember it fresh as day. The way he rifled the shot into the top corner. Was that a sucker punch for the boys? Because we'd gotten the equalizer. Mikel was in his groove. You were in your groove. Emmanuel Emenike, you were in your groove. Well, everybody was in the groove, and then that goal just came and everything just went out.
Well, we played against the world class players, and players like that, you don't give them room to shoot. So we I think we slept on where we're not supposed to allow them, and we got paid off.
Mm,
And that was a brilliant goal from a world class striker.
mm,
And we all know Diego Forlan. We know exactly what he can do. We know Suarez. We know Cavani. We know all these players, and we know that they are great players. Playing against a country like Uruguay is, for me, I would say, is a blessing, because we all went there to challenge a country like Uruguay. We know how talented they are, but we lost, but we still have smile in our face, because we know that we learned a lot from them.
mm. How painful was it that we couldn't defend the AFCON title in 2015 in Equatorial Guinea?
It's really sad. It's really sad that after winning the AFCON, we thought that we have it all. We thought that, okay, we have arrived. We have the players that can last us for at least 4 to 5 years, or at least we can bring in some players and blend it with the present player that we won the AFCON with. But things have not been the same. I won't lie to you. Things have not been the same. But the present Super Eagles right now, they are doing very well. They're doing what they brought them to do. And for me, I think they should be more experienced players in the team.
Mm,
I feel like these players are good, but I think they are still young to represent the country, and I feel like you can still throw three or four legs of experienced player in the team to blend it together. I think that will really be good.
mm. You talk about experience. You are now an experienced player. Back from 8 years ago, you are now an experienced player. You are a veteran, like they'd call them now. Do you still believe that you can bring something to the current Super Eagles team if called up?
To be honest with you, I'm not looking at that direction right now. Just focus on my club football, and that I'm fine with that.
Mm. You're talking about your club football in Turkey with Göztepe. You've got two other companions there, Anderson the City and Obinan Wobodo.
Yeah.
Three of you. How is the camaraderie there? How would you talk about how to have three countrymen alongside you? I mean, that's more or less.
We're taking over. We're taking over the.
Yes, you're taking over the team. You're taking over the team. How is it for the three of you there? I mean, that's two of you midfielders, you as a centre forward.
It's fun. It's fun. In fact, the two of them are playing the same position, and they are fighting for one role. So it's fun. It's fun to to be around your own country, your own countryman, to be able to speak pidgin with someone, and try to do fun things with them. So it's good. I'm happy seeing them.
So so when the three of you get to play together, it's easier to tell Obin now, Anderson, put the ball there for me, and they understand what you're saying.
It's always easy. It's always sweet to play with your country, with your countryman, because it's easy to speak.
Well, let's talk about this season so far. Your team are currently 12th in the Super League, and then you had an injury that ruled you out, kept you out for about almost about a month, a week, 2 weeks to a month or thereabouts. In December, where you didn't play, and you came back, and since then you've had an assist. You've had some sort of a dry spell. How's it been for you, given that before then you were scoring goals?
It has been tough. I won't lie to you. It has been really tough. I came. I think I played 8 or 9 games. Then I had a hamstring injury that took me out of the game for almost 6 weeks. Then came back from that. Then after 2 weeks that I came back from that, I was tested positive for coronavirus. I stayed 15 days home, and it has been not really, easy to get yourself to that peak that you were before. And with this pandemic, things have been really really difficult. When you talk about football,
Hmm.
but we thank God that things are going well. As far as it's life, you still have uh, hope for tomorrow.
So looking forward to towards the end of the season for you now. What would you say is your target of the season? Because I know pretty sure you had high aspirations at the start of the season. Would you say you've perhaps refined what your targets are in terms of goal targets for yourself as well as your club?
I never like to put goal targets on myself in any club that I've played. I just play. If the goal is coming, I bang it.
Mm.
That's how I normally do. I don't set goal target on myself.
Mm. Okay. Well, my colleague in the studio is coughing. He likes to set targets, and when he sets those targets, once he misses it, he says he uses it to grade himself. But of course, let me quickly put this to you as well. You play in the Turkish Super League where there's a high influx of African players, and you look at the likes of, for example, in your team you've got Sheriff Ideye, the Senegalese. You've got Fousseni Diabate, who used to play at Leicester. Both of you former Premier League players. Does that also, perhaps when you talk about raising your game, or perhaps taking the game to a level where the other players in the team might not be able to understand your language? How does that, in terms of team dynamic, that's what I'm just trying to ask. How important is it to have players who perhaps played at a level where you've played before, in terms of chemistry and all that in the team?
We're good. We're good. We're all like brothers. Diabate speak French, Sherry speak French, so we all communicating. We understand each other perfectly well. We all came here to uplift the team, to help the team, and to give our best to the team, and that's what we all are doing. For me, it doesn't matter who is playing or who is on the bench. The most important thing is we all have the same drive, which is to put the team where the team want to be. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, Josh has got a few questions for you there as well.
Brown, good evening from this. Okay, it's evening. We both stay in. Our time zones are quite similar, so good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, so looking at the Super Eagles, first let's start with the Super Eagles, because of course charity begins at home. Looking at the Super Eagles, why do you think that crop of the AFCON 2013 winning team, the team at the AFCON 2013, at the African competitions in 2013, and that played the Confederations Cup, that team 2013, why do you think that there was no succession? Most of you guys did not go to the 2014 World Cup, and then after 2015 it's probably just Mikel, Ahmed Musa, Onazi, Anomero, and Enyama. Okay, not even Enyama after 2015. So basically 4 players from that AFCON 2013 team, and it's a young team. Why do you think that team did not really reach its potential? Because I do not think that team reached its potential. I think we just started our chase for glory.
I've said in all my interviews that I will never talk about this 2010 World Cup disappointment that I
2014
felt,
World
or that 2014, 2014 World Cup. So can we just skip it,
No, I
please?
don't mean for you. I mean like the whole team generally. Like,
Generally,
yes, the whole
it's
team
it's all
generally.
it's all tied together. Anything that I want to say will be like everything. If I want to give you the answer, I have to give you the full. It's like a package. I have to give you the package. I have to start from the roots before I get to the top. So I just don't want to talk about it.
Okay. So then, looking at yourself as a club footballer, you've played in England, in Greece, in Ukraine, in China, in Spain, and now in Turkey. In all these places you've been to, and even in France as well, and the MPFL, which league have you really enjoyed? Which league would you say was your best? And which climate have you said was the toughest for you to adapt and perform in?
I'll start with the best. I would say England and Greece. and the worst I would say China.
Can you tell us why you chose those places?
For China, I would say the language barrier was there, and there's not really a lot to do, and you have few foreigners that you can communicate with in the team, and things are just, for me, I don't know for other people, for me it's just really hard for me to cope.
Okay, so what are Brown Ideye's plans after football? Are you going to be a pundit? Are you going to be a coach? Are you going to be a scout or an agent? Or you're probably just going to do politics?
I'm just going to sit down and eat and get fat.
No, man, no. We need some of our Super Eagles coaching us.
I've been working since I was 15 years old.
Wow.
So I just want to sit down and get fat. No, I'm joking. I will surely want to be in football. Football is my life. I've been playing football since I was 6 years old. So football have given me everything that I have in this world. So you can't take that away from me. I would sure love to be in the middle of it.
Dream of
no matter what I'm doing no matter what I'm doing outside of it, but I would sure want to be in the middle of it.
Dream of coaching the Super Eagles?
No.
Okay.
Quickly, Brown, we'll take one or two calls from the phone lines. 070000000889. We'll take one or two calls from there, but I just want to quickly ask you something, Brown. The 2007 Under-20 World Cup in Canada, I don't know if you still remember that particular tournament, but there's one game
I do.
Against Chile in the quarterfinals
that they trash out on extra time.
Yes, we got thrashed in extra time.
Yeah.
That particular game, we had, we looked like we were going to win. What would you say, even as youngsters, what would you say went wrong that day?
I guess we are all tired, man. We didn't really thought it's gonna go into like extra time. We thought we could just end the game, during the 90 minutes. But I really can't say much because there's you give a lot in football, and sometimes you don't get that result that you wanted. You ask yourself why. I gave everything. How come I'm getting nothing from it? So it's that type of game.
Well, okay, thank you very much for that. 0700000889. The phone lines are lighting up, and of course we're struggling to even pick the calls because they're kind of falling on top of each other right there. Everyone trying to speak with Brown Ideye. Of course, Time Not Our Friend as well. 0700000889. We'll take some comments on Facebook as well. Sports Radio Brilla FM. That is the Facebook fan page, and at Brilla FM 889 on Twitter and Instagram as well. There's some comments right here, but first we got the score. Hello. Okay. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you guys.
Good evening, Fema. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Stephen John.
Okay, Stephen John. We've got Brownie Day on the line.
Yeah, Sam, I greet you.
Hello.
Fine. I want to ask you, during your school days, what was the name of your primary and secondary school? And I don't know if you thought that maybe getting to the university, if you have studied, what was your course? That's what I want to ask. Thank you, and God bless you.
Okay. Did you get that, Brown?
Yeah, he said what school did I attend in my primary school and secondary school,
right.
And if I will further my education, what would I like to read?
Yeah, I think the last part is enough. We don't need the first two parts is too much. You can still tell us if you want to.
I would say I choose to play football though. My family want me to further my education, but I choose to play football. So I will go for business admin. And I attended Oshodi Secondary School, Tolu Olodia Papa. And my primary school is LA Primary School in Olodia Papa too.
So Lagos through and through.
Yeah, Lagos. I'm a Lagos boy.
Okay, let's take this one as well. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Okay, good evening. What's your name?
Matthias.
Okay, Matthias, we've got Brown Ideye on the line. Can you speak up? Okay, he's not ready for us right there. Brown, you played for Ocean Boys when Ocean Boys were Ocean Boys. They are no longer Ocean Boys. Your team that time, yourself, Blessing, Okadi. What happened?
Yeah. Ikechukwu is in one.
Yes. What happened?
Yeah.
How did the team? Because after then you left, and then I don't know what happened. Everyone left.
I think yeah, that's the truth. Everyone left, and they couldn't recruit some good legs for the team. I think maybe because I don't really know what happened. Like when I spoke with Ezenwa have left already to I think Baisa United or something. So I didn't really get the full gist concerning what really happened.
So you were the tie that held everybody to the bond that held everybody together, and then you left, and everybody started.
I think after I left, everything just shut down.
You've already answered my question. Well, let's take this. Let's take this last call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, what's your name?
This is Moses.
Okay, Moses, we've got Brown Ideye on the line.
Brown Day, good evening.
Good evening, Moses. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How things?
Very good. Thank God.
So I remember the game you people play in South Africa, the Nations Cup. So you are really fantastic player.
Thank you
So
very much.
I wish you all the best in everything you do. But
Thank you, Lord.
I wish you to be a big coach in future, and God will take you there.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I'm very happy to speak with you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that, Matthias. Brown, time is no longer of a friend right here this beautiful evening. It was beautiful speaking with you, and thank you very much for speaking with us this evening.
Thank you very much for having me.
Special appreciations from myself as well as Josh Ikeokoli and Victor Oani. We were all here this evening to enjoy your company. We pray that you bank more goals for Gostepe this season. No more injuries.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you.
when you retire, please do well to eat. I'm in support of that. Please sit and eat.
Don't get fat. Don't get fat. Don't get fat. We are all slim here. We are all slim up in this hood.
Oh, I have to be fat.
No. And maybe one day you probably could coach the Super Eagles or become FIFA president.
The dieting for over how many years now? Over 14, 15 years. It's too much.
you probably seem like you like swallow a lot.
I do, but not every day though. Like once in 2 weeks.
But when you retire, you go back to it.
That's why I told you now that I'm gonna get fat now. Every day.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Brown Ideye.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much. Of course, that was Brown Ideye gone by right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Of course, right there from his base in Greece from Gostepe. We quickly go and take Mrs. Tolu Olonolaja. Of course, she's the ED of Revolution Plus. She was here earlier on today. Of course, we take a listen to her interview with the Sports Amazon earlier on today, right about now. And then when we come back, still taking you closer to the action. Barcelona have taken the lead against Alaves. And guess who scored? His name is Francisco Trincao. It's still Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM. Don't touch that dial.
This is the home of sport.
Sports Radio, 88.9, Brilla FM.
Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM is your champions dial. We're right here. We have the big fish in the building. Of course, you've been hearing a lot about Revolution Plus right up in here. We have Mrs. Tolu Onolaja right here. She's the ED of Revolution Plus, and of course, she is right here to talk about something really beautiful. She's also known as T-Baby, as she tells me. But of course, we are going with Mrs. Tolu Onolaja right here on the show. Thank you for joining us right here. It's a pleasure to have you right here in the studio. Yes. Yes. For those of you who are listening, Revolution Plus is not new to you. If you're a fan of Sports Radio Brilla FM, this is home of the fans. You definitely must have heard about Revolution Plus and